Broke the cross member of the hitch. I mean, that's not fatigue. That's just force breaking her right off. So, good times. Hey guys, welcome back to Freedom One Garage. It's coming up on trailer race time and we are not ready. I mean, at all. We just dug it out of the tree row today. So here's the scoop. We're about 2 weeks away from county fair and haven't touched it, number one. We did go to U-Pull-It and we got a new hood. That's going to get pulled. The hoods will replace. That's going to get pulled out. This side still pretty, you know, nice looking, and the Freedom's pretty. This back here, we may have to, address that, make a new hitch. This side, however, I mean, we took some hits in the Freedom, but the Freedom ruled. So first course of action is we're going to get pulled out and beat out all the panels that we want to try and save. The reason we're doing that first is we have to get back into here and get what's left of our hitch off so we can fabricate new, stronger hitch stuff for this year. And oh, by the way, I'm around this week and then I won't be around much the following week. So we basically have 6 days to get this thing race ready, as well as the trailer, which, go back if you haven't seen it, the trailer's obliterated. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do, but we're going to start with pulling out some of this metal as best we can, and let's see what happens from there. Gotta get to work. Here we go. So far, so good. That's gonna be a problem. Might have been too much with that one. It'll be all right. We got a hammer for that. I like it though overall. We got to pull here. Oh, this is not so bad. I'll be fine. We gotta get this back here yet. Pretty big hammer. Really big hammer. Hooligan bar. Are we pulling out the dent?
Oh yeah. It's like new. The rear quarter is just detached itself from the inner fender, or whatever you would call this. Basically the tub of the car. And it'll buff out. Let's check the progress. Oh yes, we are professional body workers. And things just, yeah. See, we kind of split that, but it's okay. It'll buff right out, I'm sure. I'm gonna try and push this out some more.
Okay, we got Freedom One in the shop. That's as good as it gets. We will touch it up. We do have a new sheriff deputy and badge number to go on here, unfortunately. But we're going to represent that brother in blue, and we will put a link with some information in the description here. But as far as non-pulling out the bodywork, this hitch, it needs some attention. So we are in the process of trying to get it off, and normally it would be held by those 3 bolts, but then we also got in there with the welder and goobered it to the frame and stuff where we could reach. And so yeah, so we're cutting some welds. We're going to release these bolts. I think this is to the point where the bumper and the hitch side piece will come off together, and then we'll kind of go that route on the other side too. But yeah, broke the cross member of the hitch. Just, I mean, that's not fatigue, that's just force breaking her right off. So good times. I think we got this cut to where we can take these bolts out now and see if we can't get this side off. Okay, all the bolts are out. Like 98% of the weld is cut. This side, loosey-goosey already. This side still has a little weld holding on. Oh, okay. It's going to be pretty spectacular, I think, when it goes. Let's keep recording here. There you go. Stand by. Oh, that was going to be it. Hey, just like we planned it. Let's take a little closer look at the harness, shall we? So driver side frame rail, little tweaked. Passenger side frame rail, not as tweaked, but we have a big hammer that will fix all of that. So we're all right there. As far as hitch bracketry, we obviously have some whoop whoop there and a little whoop whoop there. Oh, this side's got, yeah, okay. This side's a little more bended because it still had the hitch with the trailer sort of attached. We'll get these off, and then our plan is to cut the center section of the hitch out of here. We'll keep these side plates and we'll build a new do with a doo-doo. Updates. Jalen's home from work and he's insulating,
body work.
Yeah, there used to be a giant hole right there, and we're just filling it with expanding foam and making a mess. So
yep,
I'm continuing to work on the bumper and the hitch. And I apologize, I didn't do any Plasmar video, but we have the two tubes cut off from, this is the passenger side end, driver's side end, I think, or vice versa, and the center section. The initial plan was to create two new pieces, but let me show you a little sneak peek here. Let's walk around outside. My son in Marketplace, well, you've heard me talk about it before, but plan B, or actually plan 2023, arrived. And yeah, just so happens this one has 8 cylinders of power. So not going to touch this much this year. However, since we are in a time crunch, check it out, receiver hitch, and it's the U-Haul brand, it looks like. We may and probably will just take this hitch and put it on the Explorer, the white one, Freedom 1, and put it on Freedom 1. That's what I meant to say the whole time. Yeah, we'll pull this around. We're gonna drop this out and see. That'll save us a ton of time in fabrication, and we don't have any tubing or anything, so we'd have to go get steel and then fabricate and all that other good stuff. So that's the plan, I think. But yeah, next year, ladies and gentlemen, V8 power for the trailer races. Yeah, runs and drives. AC works on that darn thing. Okay, so before we pull the other Explorer in and yank the hitch off, we figured we better get what's bent that we want pulled out. So we've got her hooked to the old frame machine here, and we're going to start with the core support, and then we'll work on front fenders and do some other nonsense.
do it. That is a win with our good old tree stump.
Okay, now we're after this mess here. We're going to try and pull this forward and get this kind of flatterish, and so we can get it out so it doesn't go down into the tire. Try that. It might just pull through. Go slow.
Practically brand new. We're just some professional body workers out here body working. So I think I'll go get the four-wheeler and we'll pop that one out. You can do that a little bit to this side too, probably.
Yeah, we can
Pop it out too, just a tickle bit.
That's a lot better than it was. We might be able to grab here with the chain and the four-wheeler and get it a little bit. So
Toe mirrors.
yeah. And then that's under. We're gonna beat this part under. Everything else is gonna live. That's gonna live. This whole side of the car is pretty mint. I mean, yeah, that happened 2 years ago. This is gonna live. This frame horn is bent down a little bit, and for you derby guys and gals, that's what you want. You want your frame to go down, not up, I think, or maybe.
Yeah, no down.
Yeah, I think it's down. Uh-oh. Well, we're coming to a close on day one of our five days of getting our trailer race rig ready. Got some stuff done. Hood's fitted. We had one broken hood hinge here, so we just disconnected them both and installed pins in the front and the back of the hood now. Yeah, got the hood on there. We pulled out some of the worser parts on the body damage to where everything's, I think, pretty happy. We'll touch up the paint later this week. Jalen filled, there's a big gaping hole here. He filled that with expanding foam, so that won't be a distraction when he's driving. This side is more rougher, but we'll touch up some of this paint and stuff, and then we'll add the stars to the hood, that kind of thing. We were missing the two rubber mounts for the bottom of the radiator. We stole those off of the black Explorer, and at some point last time or last year we got hit so hard that it knocked the brake fluid cap off of the brake master cylinder, so we had a plastic bag over it, but we stole the lid off of the black Explorer and put a plastic bag on that one. In bigger news, we cut the hitch out of it, and plan A was to, you know, build the center section of the hitch between the receiver mount and the frame mount in this area here. Imagine our frame mount ends are just really mangled as far as getting them straight. So in the end, what we would have to do is we would have to build this piece, this flat piece here, which we could do. We have 1/4 inch plate, But then we would have to build this piece, and this is 3/8. Not the end of the world still, but then weld it together. And then this is a forward bracket. Ouch, that's a little sharp. That we booger welded to kind of strengthen stuff up last year. This one's pretty straight, but the other one we kind of got her straightish, but it's gonna require some more love. Things are adding up, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, and it's gonna be cheaper to buy a hitch. So we're gonna buy a hitch from a place that says they can have it here in 2 days and try to have that on by the end of this week. So yeah, well, oh, there was a plan B. The plan B was just rob the hitch off of the black Explorer, but every nut and bolt is rusted and will not even break free with the air impact. I'd rather just leave this one for next year. We're just gonna bite the bullet and buy a hitch. But yeah, that's where we're at day one. We'll catch back up tomorrow, hopefully. Appreciate you watching as always. Have a nice evening, folks. We'll catch you on the next one.